Hello, everybody. Okay, so I hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope some of you were able to catch the weekend edition last night, and we had a couple of very interesting conversations, as it were. Talked a little bit about assassination classroom getting banned from Florida school, or at least some parents were complaining or trying to get it banned from school libraries due to the fact, due to the nature, the idea of a manga, Japanese comic book, sitting there talking about kids trying to assassinate their teacher. Um, let's see. Also, of course, we talked a little bit about about you know about what we read on Friday night's edition of the historical comic retrospect, where we talked a bit about we of course talked a bit about the idea of comics could how comics could be used to help encourage reading, as we noted, as I've noted on several occasions during the shows. The language back in the early days of comics, the way they wrote them was a lot more formal. Um, so I hope you caught some of that, because that was some cool stuff we were talking about. I'm gonna go off camera here for a quick moment to take care of something. While I'm gone, of course, I invite you all to. Well, I'll put some music on while I'm gone, just so I can take care of something real quick, and I'll be with. Right, I'm back now. So let's see now. Um, so we're at the 3 minute, almost the 4 minute mark. So I guess it would be a good time to talk about what's on tap for tonight. So, well, we're gonna go over three articles from Bounding into Comics. One, we're gonna talk a little bit about the upcoming Saint Seiya live action adaptation, in which, according to the article here that I'm seeing, Saint Seiya's creator Matsami Kurumada did give his thumbs up to the project. So wait and see on that. Also, some other stuff we'll be talking about tonight, of course. Marvel is, I guess, preparing for some backlash, as writer Zeb Wells is apparently making claims that the upcoming Spider-Man reveal will be so controversial that editorial warned not to do any comic conventions after the issue comes out. So they're preparing for some backlash. And apparently Disney has replaced Kahaya Machado, but not necessarily for the reason that people were thinking. How Machado, of course, was the guy that they had initially cast to portray David in the live action Lilo and Stitch movie. We talked a little bit about that last week. They apparently have replaced him, but not apparently for the reasons why and that people might think. So, anyways, that's what we have on tap for you tonight. So, comic news. Hey, Jason. Let's see. You're here already. Okay. What's your favorite truck? Don't necessarily have one, considering I don't drive. Let's see. Is Leo Matthews a guy or a non-binary voice? I have no idea who Leo Matthews is. This is the first I've even heard of him. What's your favorite Ningen no Tamachi? Don't have one because I'm, again, not something I... So Ningen, I do know, is a Japanese word for, I guess, ninja or something like that, or... But as for that, I don't know too much about that. And then, did you watch the Mario movie? No, I did not. So, anyways, as always, guys, if you guys can like and if you haven't already, if you can like and share the stream, see if we can get some more friendly people in here. That'd be appreciated. Also, if anything here that we talk about tonight grabs your attention, feel free to comment and/or ask questions. I will try to answer the questions to the best of my ability. With that, let's see. We're now coming up on 7 minutes here, so why don't we go ahead and get going on the articles? I said if anything here that we talk about, of course, grabs your attention, feel free to comment or ask questions. And I will try to answer the questions to the best of my ability here. Always, we like to encourage conversations here. So, want to hear what you have to say. So, feel free to comment on or ask questions. Anyways, let me see now. Alrighty then, and if you haven't already, if you can like and share the stream, so we'll get some more friendly people in here, that'd be appreciated. Anyways, let's get to this first article here. Alrighty then. So, Saint Seiya creator Masami Kurumada live action gives thumbs up to Sony's upcoming, in smaller quotes, Knights of the Zodiac: The Beginning live action film. Article by Nerdigans published this past Thursday, the anime manga section. So, things are heating up across the Saint Seiya fandom. The Bronze Saints are preparing for their final act against Odysseus in Saint Seiya: The Next Dimension. The resurrected forces of Poseidon are moving to save the Earth from the Nemesis in the spin-off series Re-Rise of Poseidon. And the premiere of Sony's live-action Saint Seiya is on the horizon. Saint Seiya, as most people know, in the States here, you know it better as the Knights of the Zodiac. Anyway, so an adaptation of Netflix and Crunchyroll CGI take on Masami Kurumada's classic manga, Knights of the Zodiac: The Beginning, will tell the origin story of series protagonist Seiya, who in the live action here is being portrayed by Makenyu, who of course is involved in the live action One Piece as well. A young orphan who was raised to fight in service of the goddess Athena as one of the legendary saint warriors. Oh, there he is right there. Set to kick off a 6-movie live-action Saint Seiya franchise, the film will be directed by Tomasz Baginski, and feature extensive input On series mangaka, as manga creator, Masami Kurumada, who the former has confirmed was, quote, involved in several stages of the film, unquote. Quote, so when we were reaching certain moments, like key moments, we were always asking in brackets him for his opinion, and we had some really, really good feedback from Mr. Kurumada, unquote. Baginski told the Brazil-based Japanese pop culture um, news site J-Box in February. In brackets here, quote, he also gave input on the, and unbracketed, armors. Also about the story and also about how to approach it. And then there's Marin being played by Caitlin Hudson, attempt to train Seiya, Kenyu, to become a saint in the Knights of Zodiac. Hmm. Hey, Metal. Good to see you. If you guys haven't already, if you can like and share the stream, see if we can get some more friendly people in here. That'd be appreciated. Huh. All right. So, anyways. Okay, and though trailers have left fans divided in their expectations, it appears the final product has been given official seal of approval from Kurumada. Kurumada. I don't know. It's Kurumada. Um, on April 17th, the official Knights of the Zodiac film franchise Twitter account shared a statement from the mangaka wherein he declared, quote, the young men and women who grew up watching Seiya across the ocean have made such an exciting movie. I believe that everyone who watches it will feel the passion behind this just as I did, unquote. So maybe this isn't one that they're gonna like try to ruin by putting all a bunch of woke garbage in it. Oh, thank you, Kurumada Sensei, for your support of the Night to the KOTZ movie hashtag Night to the Zodiac movie unquote. Replied the film's account. Quote, your endorsement means the world, and we're honored to bring your beloved characters to life on the big screen. Let's burn our cosmos together, unquote. Knights of the Zodiac, the beginning, will kick off its global theatrical run in Brazil, Mexico, and Latin America on April 27th. The film's cosmos will then burn bright in Japan on April 28th before Sony Pictures Stage 6 Films finally brings it stateside on May 12th. That'll be a few Fridays from now. I think like a couple Fridays from this Friday, I believe. So, anyways. Huh. All right, so there's that article. Then we will get ready to head on to the next one here. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. All right, so here's the next article we're gonna do here. Some comics coverage here. All right, so let's see now. All right. You've been waiting for. All right, so Marvel writer Zeb Wells claims upcoming, in smaller quotes, Amazing Spider-Man, on smaller quote, reveal is so controversial. An editorial warned, quote, not to do any comic conventions after this issue comes out, unquote. Whoa! Boy, I wonder what that's supposed to mean. Let's see what they're talking about here. Article by Spencer Cooley, published this past Friday on the 21st in the comic book section. So here we go here. In what the more cynical of comic fans may view as nothing more than a cheap attempt to boost sales for one of the web slinger's worst runs of all time, current Amazing Spider-Man writer Zeb Wells has claimed that Marvel editorial warned him, quote, not to do any comic conventions, unquote, following the release of the series' upcoming 26th issue. Hmm. I wonder what all this is. Amazing Spider-Man, Volume 1, Number 21, words by Zeb Wells, art by John Romita Jr., Scott Hanna, Marco Miniz, and Joe Caramagna. Let's see. Teased as, quote, the most shocking issue of Spider-Man in 50 years, unquote, Amazing Spider-Man Volume 6, Number 26, will seemingly wrap up Wall's current Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson are broken up yet again plotline, with a major event, in parentheses here, which, given the abysmal direction of this run, many fans have speculated will be the death of the latter. The death of Mary Jane. Quote, now fully in the present, the emissary has returned, and his power is so far beyond Spider-Man's abilities, unquote, teases Marvel. In the issue solicit, quote, the heroes may figure out a way to win, but the cost of victory will be so immense that you may hope they don't, unquote. So they're playing up the idea of a Pyrrhic victory, then I guess. What it sounds like, anyways. Oh my god. Okay. Jay, they're. Oh boy, I don't know if that's intentional or not, but I'm looking at one of the pictures on here, one of the things on the, I guess, quote unquote, screens. That, J. Jonah Jameson. I mean, I know he's got that little mustache, little like nose mustache or whatever, like a certain historical dictator. But though fans inherently know it's only a matter of time before Marvel's ongoing lack of creativity results in this change in Spidey's status quo being undone, Wells recently spoke with Popverse in an attempt to spark interest in an upcoming issue. Hmm. And if you haven't already, if you can like and share the thing, see if we can get some more friendly people in here. Also, if anything here grabs your attention, feel free to comment and or ask questions, and I'll try to get to try to answer the questions to the best of my ability. So, following a brief retrospect on the damage he's done narratively to the wall crawler and his allies thus far, Wells was eventually asked by Popverse writer Joshua Lapin Bertone if he could quote unquote tease anything about the issue. To which he replied, quote, I can tease that many people will be very mad at me, unquote. Quote, I can tease that, in bracket, Marvel's Spider-Man editor, unbracketed, um, Nick Lowe told me not to do any comic conventions after this issue comes out, unquote, laughed the man who killed Ben Riley's character. Quote, people will be upset, unquote. Further present for a description of, quote, how editorial reacted when you pitched this, um, in brackets, upcoming development to them, unquote. Wells recalled, quote, Nick's a madman. So he was completely down, unquote. Quote, I don't know how it went when he ran it up the ladder, unquote. He added, quote, but I'm very excited for people to read issue 26, unquote. However, in perhaps the most disheartening reveal of the interviews, Wells ultimately closed the interview out by answering Lapin Bertone's question of, quote, how long do you see yourself on Spider-Man, unquote. Speculating, quote, well, I see myself a little past issue 50 at very least, unquote. Once we get there, quote, once we get there, we just have to see, unquote, said the man responsible for both the Gold Goblin and Chasm. Quote, I'm getting busier with other things, but I'll be on this as long as I can humanly do it. If I can do it, they will have to kick me off this book. The exact length is undecided, but I'm in the long haul. I'm here until at least issue number 50. Let's see now. All right, so continuing on then. Continuing on then. Meanwhile, in terms of Ben, and yes, this highlight is entirely a personal one for this article's author, unparenthesed, Wells has seemingly confirmed that he is not done ruining his life. Asked about his plans for the first man to don the identity of the Scarlet Spider, Wells asserted, quote, I think that Ben is like at the midpoint of a very interesting arc. I would never leave a book without doing more with Ben Riley, or trying to bring the story to a close. It's going to be a big part of the book going forward, and now that he's in that tower with Madeline Pryor. There's even talk other books using him, which would be great fun. Unquote. Barring any unforeseen delays, Amazing Spider-Man Volume 6, number 26, is on track to web sling into stores on May 31st. The end of next month, basically. All right. So, anyways, see what we have here. Anybody? As I said, if anything grabs your attention, feel free to comment and/or ask questions. I'll try to answer the questions to the best of my ability. Let's see, 20. And of course, if you can like and share the stream, see if we can get some more friendly people in here. That'd be appreciated as well. So, with that, we do have one more article to go over here. All right, so we talked a little bit about this actor last week, as initially he was getting criticism for not being dark enough, just like the actress who they decided to have portraying Nani. But apparently he has been replaced, but not necessarily for the reasons you might think. So, Disney replaces Kahaya Machado as David in live-action Lilo and Stitch remake due to his past use of racial slurs on social media. And what this is all about. Article by Spencer McCauley, published on April 21st. So, in a development that will undoubtedly be taken as a victory by the numerous activists who accuse him of being too light-skinned to portray the character, Disney has officially replaced Kahaya Machado as the live-action Lilo and Stitch remake incarnation of David, thanks to his social media history. This announcement coming just 4 days after his casting was initially announced, with Machado's forced exit. The role of Nani's wave-savvy beau will instead be played by actor Kaipo Dudoit, who at current holds only a single Hollywood credit for having briefly guest starred as the character Kino in the 34th overall episode of the 2018 Magnum PI reboot. Alongside Dudoit's casting, it was also revealed that not only will the voice of Nani in the animated original, Tia Carrere, be appearing in the film as new character Mrs. Kikoa, but that IP creator, writer, and Stitch's original voice actor, Chris Sanders, is in final negotiations to reprise his role as the titular alien. So, all right, so according to a source who spoke to Hollywood Reporter, Machado, who the outlet notes was, quote, not officially confirmed, unquote, for the role by Disney, was canned after it was discovered that he had previously used a racial slur, the N-word, on social media. The two specific instances brought to widespread attention by the more obsessive of the actor's critics include his use of the name N-word, a noise for a Spotify playlist, Huh. Huh. A Spotify playlist created Kaihahu Machado, named Bleep Noise, um, drew the ire of Disney's activist fans. And his giving named credit for one of a previous Facebook profile pic to his friend by his nickname Capono Sandy Bleep Lizarma. Hmm. All right. As noted above, um, this casting development comes hot on the heels of Machado, despite possessing Hawaiian heritage, being accused by Disney's current identity politics obsessed fan base not being properly ethnic enough for the role. Machado was not the first of the Lilo and Stitches remakes cast to receive this criticism either, as upon her casting, current Nani actor, barring any unforeseen or disingenuous smear campaign being likewise raised against her, Sydney Agudong was attacked by the same such activists for the same reason. So he got fired for, I guess, I don't know, maybe giving a friend a nickname, and the friend may not, we don't know if the friend actually took offense to the nickname, you know, that happened to have a slur in it. Directed by Marcel the Shell with shoes on. Creator Dean Fleischer Camp, and um, and set to premiere directly on Disney Plus. In the live-action Lilo and Stitch remake has yet to receive an official release date. Oh, I think that wow, that one went kind of quick too. So, anyways, let's see where are we at on time here. 33 minutes. Okay, so yeah, so we got around the right amount of time. Let me see one more time if there's anything we can add to this. Yeah, I can do one more article. I can find one that grabs my attention. That was near the top, so let's see what else we can find. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. All right, let's see now. Just gonna see if I can find any other interesting stories to go over. Let's see. Yeah, I guess there's well, probably was a bit of a slow weekend, I guess. All right, yeah, I don't. So basically, I think we are done with the articles then. So let me see now. Let me just take a quick other peek at some stuff here. Let's check into stuff real quick here. Let's see. We do know that Monday Night Raw will be at the Rosemont Horizon. Or the Backlash. It's coming up on the 6th. Saturday. 3 weeks after that will be Night of Champions. All right. So basically, let's see. We got. Boy. So how am I going to do this? So of course, on tonight's Monday Night Raw, as they continue to prepare for Backlash coming in about a couple weeks here, I believe. Or a week from Saturday, rather. Tonight, already signed for tonight's show will be Rey Mysterio versus Damian Priest of the Judgment Day faction. Also, let's see. Other news: Solo Sikoa may have suffered his first pinfall loss at his house show to Cody Rhodes over the weekend. That's been getting talked a lot about. Also, there's been a bit of a problem for a lot of the WWE stars of late. Is there've been a lot of people hounding them for autographs. Now, some of these people are they're essentially stalking the WWE stars, trying to catch them at sitting there waiting for them at airports, seeing if they can get to them to sign a whole bunch of autographs. Some people are believing that some of these autograph hounds are actually turning around selling those autographs on eBay and the like, and that's just not cool. That's just these people, yes, they love their fans. They want to put on the best performance they can when they are on the shows or doing house shows or what have you. But respect their right to privacy. When they're not in character, when they're leave them be. Respect their privacy. Respect the fact that these people are human beings. They're not show cattle. Okay. Let them, don't bug them at airports. Don't bug them at hotels. Don't try to track them down or anything like that. See them at the event. Interact with them at the event and have a good time with them. But just, don't be pulling this kind of garbage of stalking them and like trying to track them down at airports and all that. And so get a bunch of autographs so you can sign them. That's just not cool. Let's see. And some other news, of course. Let's see. Kevin Owens, I think they said, has been nursing an injury recently. So now, whether or not he's just playing this up or if it's an actual legit injury, we're not sure. But that will hopefully come up. Hopefully that will come up soon enough here. So, anyways, moving on to some AEW news. As of course AEW is continuing to make its way, build stuff up for their Double or Nothing event. Let's see. So this Wednesday, of course, AEW will be having its Dynamite event. So let's take a look at that. See, let me just find that. Let's see, this Wednesday's Dynamite will be held from the Florida Live Arena, FLA Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida. The main event is the finals of the Four Pillars tournament. Four Pillars tournament in which Sammy Guevara, who defeated Jack Perry last week, will be taking on Darby Allin. The winner of the match will be moving on to Double or Nothing to take on MJF for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. There's been a lot of heat between the four guys, albeit Sammy kind of got some help from MJF. The belief is that they're working an angle where he's working with MJF, and then he might just lie down for MJF to get the big payday because it's a World Heavyweight title. But I guess we'll have to wait and see here. Jade Cargill defends the TBS title against Taya Valkyrie in the battle of the Chicken Wing Facebuster finishers. Jade Cargill's Jaded versus Taya Road to Valhalla, as of course Taya has been using the move for years. Jade is trying to claim her that she shouldn't be using it because she uses the move, but if anybody's going to be suing anybody for a move like that, okay, Jazz was the one who actually originated that move. Okay, Jazz, aka Carlene Begnard, was the one who actually originated that move. She's the one. Anybody who should have a right to sue for, or should be sending out cease and desist orders, it should be her, to the both of them. Also, Orange Cassidy will be defending the AEW International title against Bandito in what promises to be a good match. In his first match since joining the Elite, Konosuke Takeshita will be teaming with Kenny Omega with Don Callis in the corner to take on the Butcher and the Blade, who will have Kip Sabian in their corner. So, and possibly, of course, Penelope Ford as well. Don't know what's been going on with Bunny. I haven't noticed Bunny hasn't been coming out with Butch and Blade, or the Blade and the Butcher of late. I don't know if they just don't have anything for her or what, but now, granted, she's supposedly the manager of the team and the wife of the Blade, but and in a match that was set up from this past Friday, Jeff Jarrett will be taking on Dax Harwood, as Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal had teamed with FTR to take on a group of four men in which they had won the match, but some, it's kind of like they've been teased. It's like lately AEW's been teasing a possible face turn of Jarrett and Lethal and their crew, but by having them, and this is also playing up on the thing with Mark Briscoe, trying to get him more involved in the storylines. So, since of course the passing of his brother. And speaking of FTR, of course, in a recent interview, Dax Harwood has admitted that he will never talk about what happened in Saudi Arabia a few years ago. So back in 2019, when FTR was still in the WWE, they were part of a tour, of course, that went, I guess it was the Night of Champions event over there, in which they were, nobody knows what exactly was going on, but I guess they were detained for some reason. There's a bunch of rumors going out. Dax Harwood had basically said that he didn't want to say anything because he didn't want to risk, finding himself dead in his own home if he did say something. So, but and just to let everybody know, Nick Aldis has returned to to the national wrestling scene, as he recently made his return to Impact Wrestling on the Rebellion pay-per-view, initially coming down to do color commentary during the World Heavyweight match for the vacated title, in which Steve Maclin eventually won. But now Steve Maclin decided to challenge any Canadian to the world for the Impact World title, and Scott D'Amore obliged him by saying that PCO, Perfect Creation 1, who many of you would remember as Pierre Call-Ouellet of the Amazing French Canadians, Quebecers tag team. So he'll be and he's still going. He's PCO is the modern day Terry Funk, basically. Some of you remember Terry Funk wrestling into his 50s back in the 90s, about 20 years ago. Well, now, PCO's doing it at I think he's 54, 56, somewhere around there. He's still going strong. Obviously in pretty good condition to be able to still take a lot of the bumps he takes after all this time. But let's see. I'm trying to. I think it's Insurrection, or let's see. What is the name of the event? Because so basically, though, PCO has been named the #1 contender to Steve Maclin's Impact World title. So let me just. What is their next pay-per-view, as it were? We'll find out here in a moment. Oh, Under Siege in London, Ontario, Canada. I think that's the event where PCO is going to be challenging. Under Siege at the Western Fair District Agriplex in London, Ontario, Canada. That's Impact's next major pay-per-view, I believe. So, so now coming up on 48 minutes, so I think it's a good time to start winding down a bit. So today is Monday, April 24th, 2023. So why don't we go ahead and take a look back at this day in Nietzsche history. History! So 2013, 2018, 2013, and 2013. Okay. So, without any further ado, let's take a look back at this day in Nietzsche history. So, first off, we're going to head back 10 years ago on this date, 10 years ago, back in 2013. The 5th issue of I Love Trouble from Image Comics went on sale on this date 10 years ago today. Sold for $2.99 and was 28 pages. So on this date 10 years ago today, the 5th issue of I Love Trouble from Image Comics went on sale on this date 10 years ago. And 2013 is just so nice that we're going to hit it twice. As our next thing here, let's see. As also on this date back in 2013 is the premiere of Teen Titans Go, which was kind of more of a slice of life comedy spin-off of the Teen Titans cartoons from back in the early and on this date 10 years ago as well, Warner Brothers Animation's Teen Titans Go premiered on Cartoon Network, I believe it was. on this date back in 2013, 10 years ago today. So, yeah, on Cartoon Network. And it still runs and it's still going today as well. And also, 2013 we know was nice twice. Well, 2013 is really nice because we're gonna hit it thrice. And also on this date, 10 years ago, back in 2013, Madhouse and Marvel Entertainment's Iron Man: Rise of Technovore premiered in Japanese theaters on this date back in 10 years ago, 2013. So on this date, 10 years ago, Madhouse's Marvel Entertainment's Iron Man: Rise of Technovore premiered in Japanese theaters on this date 10 years ago. Based on characters, of course, created by Marvel Comics. And with that, we do have one more piece of niche history, dude. Just going back 5 years ago, however. And on this date, 5 years ago today, WWE held its Monday Night Raw event from the KFC Yum Center in Louisville, Kentucky. This was supposedly the final SmackDown before the Greatest Royal Rumble. Now, I don't know what that's supposed to mean because the Royal Rumble is normally in January. So, and but I didn't know there was the Greatest Royal Rumble. But anyways, and on this night, of course, in the main event, Shinsuke Nakamura teamed with Rusev and Aiden English to defeat the team known as the club representing, of course, that's the WWE's incarnation of the Bullet Club, which is a stable over in New Japan, of AJ Styles, Cole Anderson, and Luke Gallows. Gallows known better, of course, as the Good Brothers. Shelton Benjamin defeated Randy Orton on the night. Jimmy Uso defeated Rowan. The Iconics defeated Asuka and Becky Lynch. So that all happened on 5 years ago today. The WWE held its SmackDown event from the KFC Yum Arena in Louisville, Kentucky. Well, I thank everybody for being here tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. And I hope to see you guys back here tomorrow. Don't forget, of course, this Friday I'll have Tim Olson on with me as we will be continuing our look at October of 1939. This week we will be going over books that went on sale from Archie Comics. We will be looking at, Orangutan from Blue Ribbon #2. We're looking also at Top Notch Comics, Volume 1, #1. So with that, I hope to see everybody back here tomorrow. Bye.